Hello, I'm Callie Lewis, and this is your Geek Brief for today. Hey, I'm Callie Lewis, and you're watching Geek Brief TV. This is brief number 9. This is brief number 10. Woohoo! This is brief 25.
This is number 90. This is brief number 127. Hey, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV, and it's time. Vista time. Hey, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is brief 245. This is brief 328. This is brief 401, and this one's a little different.
Brief 420.
This is brief 432. 450. This is brief 500. This is brief 517. 595. 596. 597. 599. This is brief 600. For those of us in the cult, nothing is quite so satisfying as a surprise announcement from Apple. Today, Apple announced major upgrades for their Pro Audio suite of applications, Logic Studio, and their Pro Video suite of applications, Final Cut Studio. We'll check in with Jeff Smith soon to get his insight on the new Logic, and we'll have the new Final Cut Studio installed by Monday. We expect the new Final Cut Studio to improve the speed of producing Geek Brief TV. It looks like it'll solve the dropped frame issues we have when we're editing video shot with the Canon 5D Mark II. Apple says the new release brings over 100 new features. The one we're most excited about is how Final Cut deals with exports. We released GBTV in 4 formats that we encode one after another after we export a full quality archive. Now we'll be able to export all the formats with one click. Woohoo! We also really like the Blu-ray support. You can export from Final Cut directly to a standard DVD or a Blu-ray disc and include a menu with chapter markers. Now we have to get a Bluray Burner. As a relatively new Blu-ray user, one of the things I find frustrating is the time it takes for a disc to load and start playing. Sometimes with our player, it takes over a minute, and it's only annoying because load time never seemed to be an issue with standard def DVD players. The Lexicon BD30 is a forthcoming Blu-ray player that'll start playing a disc in 5 seconds. Mark Kellum, Harman's VP of Marketing, told Device.com not to be surprised if the BD30 player is launched with a sticker price over $3,000, which makes me just rebrand my 60-second wait time as settling down time. I'm not too fond of Bluetooth headsets for phone calls. Even the smallest ones seem too bulky. I'd rather just use an earbud to talk on the phone. I'd get this one though. It's called the Orb, and when you're not on a call, it folds into the shape of a ring you can wear on your finger. Audio is delivered using the most unpleasantly named technology I know about, bone conduction. The Orb features a flexible organic light-emitting diode that displays caller ID and other information from your mobile phone. The ring rotates into an S shape that hangs from your ear like a piece of sci-fi bling that isn't unappealing. We won't see the new headsets hanging from people's ears and gracing people's fingers until at least next January for $129. In case you're wondering, because I was, it will be available in different ring sizes, and if it isn't vaporware, I think I'll get one. Microsoft announced today that Windows 7 has been released to manufacturing. The RTM is build 7600. I haven't tried it yet, but I hear again and again that Windows 7 is awesome. Over 10 million beta testers opted into the Customer Experience Improvement Program to help Microsoft release a version of Windows that hopefully will be loved. General availability of Windows 7 is expected to happen on October 22nd. Brandon LeBlanc says beta testers will be able to continue to use the release candidate version of Windows 7 until June 1st, 2010. As I tell you about angieslist.com/geek, the sponsor of this brief, we're scrolling through the long list of reviewed service provider types you'll find on Angie's List. The list even includes pooper scooping and rototilling. If you want to sign up, please use promo code GEEK to save 25% and support the brief. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Callie Lewis. The list even includes pooper scooping.